Hey guys, okay, I wanted to make this quick video. Something happened today, and I had to share it because it like blew my mind really. Yeah, if you're a parent, if you've got children, this is gonna really resonate with you, I think. If you haven't, I think you'll still gain some value from it. So thank you for watching. Let's jump in. So basically, I was sitting in a cafe today, and I saw something that honestly, it broke my heart. There was a dad on his phone. Okay, he was completely buried in it. All right, he next to him was his son. He was maybe 8 years old, um, and he was like desperately trying to show his dad something that he had made out of a napkin. I saw him folding this napkin. He kept saying, "Look, Dad, look at this. Look what I've done. Look what I'm doing." And I saw the dad didn't even look up or lift his eyes. He just gave a distracted, yeah, yeah. As a father myself, it shocked me. Because in that moment, I didn't just see a kid playing with a napkin. I saw a child asking for his value to be validated, and a parent unintentionally telling him he wasn't as interested. He wasn't as interesting, sorry, as his phone. And it's shocking. You know, in psychology, there's a concept called bids for bids for connection. A bid is any attempt from one person to another for attention, affirmation, or just a shared moment. Okay, rationally, we have to understand that children don't have the vocabulary to say, Dad, I feel neglected, and I need you to acknowledge my creativity. Instead, they make a bid, right, by showing you a napkin. So when those bids are consistently ignored, the child doesn't just give up, they escalate. Okay. So I watched this unfold. I watched it happen in real time in the cafe. The boy started playing up just a little bit. It wasn't massively. You know, he got louder. He was moving around a bit, whatever. He was acting up just a little bit. Nothing bad at all. And at that moment, the dad, you know, finally he looked up, but he told him off. He said, "Stop that," you know, whatever. The tragedy in this is that yeah, the boy finally he got the attention he was looking for, but it was negative attention. Does that make sense? He learned that being good gets him ignored, but acting out gets him noticed. And I think this is hugely telling in so many children nowadays. You know, I'm documenting this because I've been, you know, I've been that dad. We all have. We all get distracted. We all, you know, need some time, you know, whatever it is. You know, maybe not in a cafe today, but you know, I felt the pull of my phone when I'm knackered, or I don't know, whatever it is. And I'm not saying, you know, being on your phone just for a few seconds or even a minute or whatever, a couple of minutes. There's nothing bad in that. But I believe, and I do this myself, I do not go on my phone when my daughter is with me. I think it depends on the age. My daughter's 4. This boy was 8, you know? Depends on their level of understanding. But, you know, it's, yeah, I have felt the stress as well of work or the need to to check a notification, whatever it is, while my daughter's trying to tell me something. But in that moment, I'm so aware of what I'm doing, I stop, put my phone down, and I am there with her in that moment. I looked over at that little boy and smiled at him because he looked over at me. I felt for him. He just wanted to be in the moment with his dad, with the person that he adores. And it reminded me of my own personal growth journey as a dad, as a parent. I found it difficult. Of course, we all have. It's a difficult thing being a dad, being a parent, being a mum. And to put the phone in another room, it is difficult. But I found it easy to see the immediate change in my daughter's eyes when I give her my full presence. And it is so healthy for them, for a few minutes. They don't need our money. They don't need perfection. They need to know that they are loved unconditionally and adored. If you're a parent feeling stressed or overwhelmed in 2026, I want to suggest a mindset shift. Bear with me, right? Try this. Try the phone first rule, it's called. So before you walk into the room with your kids, finish your text and put the phone in a drawer. Don't be physically present, but mentally absent, right? And most importantly, turn toward the bid, right? So when they ask you to look, even if it's for the 100th time, okay, look them in the eyes. Have real interest in what they're doing. I'm sure some of you are thinking, I do this anyway, like, what are you talking about? But sometimes it's just life gets in the way. And I just wanted to make this video because we've all been there. And it's just, I guess, a reminder of how lucky we are to have kids. We are so lucky. There is nothing more amazing in this world than having children. So, that's all it takes to let them know that they have value in this world, your presence and your love. We're all growing here, as people, as parents. And yeah, I share this. I share this not to judge in any way, but to remind myself, and you, what actually matters. All right. My question for you is, what is one trigger that makes you reach for your phone when you're with your family, and how can we help each other break that habit? How can you break that habit? Yeah, I'm grateful for you watching this video. And if you like this video, please subscribe. I love making these traditional vlog style videos. This is completely off the cuff. I just picked my phone up and wanted to make this video, so thank you for being part of this journey. Please subscribe if you liked it, and please give it a thumbs up. If you want to help me today, do one thing. Please like this video and leave a comment and tell me if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And if you have any advice for me, I'm always up for advice and growing as a person. This is why I make these videos on this channel. This whole channel is about personal growth, health, becoming better for yourself and for your family, for your children, and living the best life you can. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.